I'm a pretty manly guy. Not macho man Randy Savage manly, but you'll still be hard pressed to find me watching anime that isn't about muscular dudes kissing each other. I'm not into gay ass memes about Hello Kitty, I'm into manly memes like thug shakers and this French guy that twerks on camera. All around, I'm your average straight macho man. Why am I telling you this? I'm trying to empathize with you, the viewer, because when you first catch a glimpse of this game, you'll go, this shit is gay and I'm not playing it. But listen to me for a little while, and I'll tell you what's good about it. Yeah? Cool. Today's game is one that I don't truly remember what circumstances I bought it, but I did. One called Idol Manager, developed by Glitch Pitch since all the way back in 2016. And released in the year of our Lord 2021? What the fuck? Hellsign again? It even started development in October. So yes, this game started development all the way back when Steam Greenlight was still a concept present in the general noosphere. Yada yada yada. The devs have gone radio silent, not that much unlike Hellsign's devs, so I'm just going to consider the span between 2016 and 2021 a cursed set of 5 years for any and all indie devs. Idol Manager is a management game in which you, the smart cookie that you are, end up with an idol management company falling straight on your lap. Don't be too happy right off the bat though, as this comes with a host of issues by itself. For the purposes of brushing up on my management skills for when I graduate, I'll start a brand new playthrough just for this video. My firm will be called the Shanghai Restoration Project. We start off in this building given to us by our gracious sponsor. You can start off with an office for you, one for your main secretary, a dance room to help learn these bitches how to move it, and a studio to drop some sick bars. But don't forget the most important part, the idols. We host a local recruitment campaign and we come up with a grand total of 5 potential idols. We got Kamijima Airi? We got Kamijima Airi, an anxious 21-year-old and the one that's most likely to actually make it in the industry. Mega Reona, a thick-skinned 12-year-old. Yes, in this game the idols can be very fucking young, which can be kind of weird, but if you ask me, it lends credence to one of the few realistic aspects of this game, which is any age is fair game to become a product. Ikoma Karen, a 16-year-old quote-unquote meme queen.
I think I'm in love with memes.
Takayama Yuna, a 21-year-old asexual, and finally, and less important, Fukuchi Nanami, a 13-year-old and another meme queen.
PP is the best. I strive to be PP.
She has the lowest stats, so she gets sent to the 12 hours vocal practice boot camp in mainland China. Before we can do anything, my secretary bursts into the room asking me a bunch of random shit about how I'd like to lead the project forwards. This is where you can really start managing shit. Are we going to be rebellious or orthodox? Polished or with energy in our choreographies? Do we let our artists stream, tweet and shit like that? Yes, but moderated. I don't want a PewDiePie moment here.
What a fucking
Now, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I'm a pretty funny guy, so that's gonna be our vibe. Once that's sorted, I spend some dough on research points to speed up things. My secretary studies the sacred art of digital releases, which fucks up our profits but makes our sales quite infinite, since we're not depending on physical copies. And I cultivate the capacity to start writing the lyrics for a first single. The topic? Partying. Our sound guy studies the capacity to make EDM, because I like EDM, and our choreography woman catches up on an NSYNC concert, which lets her teach our artists how to dance quote-unquote cool. With this unholy combination of partying, EDM, cool choreography, and a digital release, we might as well be the next LMFAO. So without any further ado, we start production on our first single, Hello. I think about putting our star child front and center, but I feel bad for the others, so I place the 2 oldest ones front and the youngest ones on the back, you know, to try and protect them from the oncoming barrage of social media comments. Now we just have to throw our project around between all our staff members so each one can get to work on it. While that's in progress, I've been setting up a face-to-face with our leading girl, Kamijama Airi, so I can get a better feeling of where she wants to go in the company. Here we can do all types of cool shit, like socialize, to increase our friend level, flirt, to increase our love level, talk about her wishes so we can maybe do something about it, gossip about bandmates, the gaslighting button, and not so subtly tell her that she's getting way too old to dance for a public. You can talk to any idol and make use of any of these options whenever you like, so I can only imagine the stories of gaslighting and lies and deceit that can be made here. For now, we just talk about her wishes and I let it go, since we still got that single to work on. Okay, Fukuchi Nanami turned 14, which made her 20 points less cute and 20 points more sexy? Oh great, an interruption! Hello is finished. Time to hit the digital shelves with this bad boy.
Listen to my word. The fucking dick is in your pussy. Say what? Now watch out the freaky boys. Here it comes.
Okay, that was fucking shit, but there's no great artist without some shitty mixtapes first, so don't fret just yet. Back to the studio. But then follows is a long adventure of bullshit. I went to TV and got humiliated in front of the country. This dumb bitch kept showing up at every turn to taunt me. I released a bazillion singles and each one only seemed to be slightly less shit than the last. And we're in debt. This guy wants to have a serious conversation with me. We talk about solemn subjects, about the law and the land, and we come onto the topic of less savory activities in exchange of money, compensated dating and shit like that, opportunities for some one-on-one time with an idol, and in the most extreme cases, people seem to be interested in private relationships with idols for large sums of money. Would I be willing to do such a thing? This is one of the moments I like about this game the most. At times it does seem to delve somewhat deeper and acknowledge issues within the idol industry, but too bad, moments like this are few and far between as far as I've noticed. So, after a heart-to-heart, we are out of the red and with 5 fresh millis to spend. Isn't it awesome when your rich friends bail you out? Now what follows is another long adventure of less bullshit. Our companies existed for long enough now, and our artists have been sent to enough black site vocal training boot camps to actually be talented. Each single is better than the last, and with the ever-growing fanbase, the returns are always growing greater and greater. The extra safety net given by our benefactor makes what follows an absolute cakewalk. If you've ever played Game Dev Tycoon, you'll come into a flow that's quite familiar. You make a project, count the points, assume how good it is by the amount of points it has, release, reap the benefits, rinse and repeat ad infinitum. Of course, it isn't as boring as I'm making it out to be. From time to time, your artists will commit social media fuck-ups, they'll fight one another, they'll gossip and single out some girls, they'll become resentful because you put them in the back of the choreography rather than at the front, they'll gossip with you, and if you get friendly enough with them, you'll find out who's dating, even though you specifically said not to date fucking anyone because fans will go apeshit. So on and so forth. There's more ways of making money. Your secretary will come up with marketing gigs and advertisement gigs, small appearances in magazines and shit like that. You can start a podcast or an internet show or a radio show or whatever. You can host concerts, private award ceremonies, world tours, and when the time finally comes, eventually your idols will have to retire. And so, the spinning door will keep on spinning. It's quite a zen experience once you catch your footing, and one that's purely creative. I feel like this appeals to me because I'm interested in the whole idol industry, but at times, it does feel as wide as an ocean, as deep as a pool. One thing that I expected from this game, and was somewhat sad not to receive, was a more dark aspect of the idol industry. The talk about death in the intro and this dandy fellow asking me if I was willing to whore out my artists made me believe that there would be far more moral quandaries to make. That along with some articles that were made advocating for this sort of angle. But when it came to actually play the game, this sort of realistic and somewhat cynical view of the idol industry wasn't there, or at least it wasn't as pervasive as I would have liked, because you can overwork them and you can gaslight them and you can fuck them over, but if I had to put it what I mean into proper words, it's like you're fucking over a Sims character, you know? I guess I would have liked a public image and work ambient meter somewhere in the mechanics, I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is that I would have liked an anti-idol industry idol game. Also, know how on Hellsign's video when I talked about the workshop I did a joke about mods using images from Skyrim porn mods? Well, if I were to do that joke in this video, I would just have to go to Idol Manager's workshop page, because Jesus fucking Christ, this game's modding scene is nothing but porn, big tits, and fetish content. There's safe for work shit too, given, but it's mostly just adding new idols to the idol pool, you know, drawings, which is cool, but I don't really care to add anime characters or VTubers to my game. Someone made a mod that adds more slice of life events, which kudos to this guy for doing something that expands on the game itself, but besides that, it's porn and meaty bitches as far as the eye can see. Maybe the mods themselves have some sort of age limiter, but the implication that this makes me think of immediately is that you can get 12-year-old idols that are represented by hentai babes. Kinda fucked up, ain't it? But I guess I got what I asked for. Sexualizing young people is common in the idol industry, I hear.
The child is an idol singer, something that's common in Japan. Japan's battle against pedophilia is well documented.
But when it comes in such a bright and pretty package, it's fucked up, but not in the let's make people know how fucked up it is way, but in the this is fucked up but we're not gonna do anything to address how fucked up it is way. But then again, this is just my view on it, and I'm a bit of a hater. Now, don't let this little tangent I went on make you believe that I actually don't like this game, because that's not the case at all. This game is quite unique in its premise, and even though there's already quite a few music industry simulators in the market, there's an aspect of social management for these idols that is pretty cool, and while randomized shit isn't the most engaging, the fact that you can develop a relationship with most of them and use it for good or for bad is another selling point that I think is quite unique to this game only. All of that useless, vapid, superfluous information takes me to the last part of my video. Is Idol Manager worth buying? The base price is in USD $20. However, taking a quick look at SteamDB lets me know that the prices shift wildly from country to country. So maybe take a look at the prices yourself and make an estimation by your own criteria, since at least in my personal case, I bought the game at a discounted price that's about 1/4 of the real price if you account for currency conversions and shit like that. Which is why I'm going to make the following statement, which may be kinda fucked up, but for my own standards, it wouldn't be too messed up if you were to, let's say, find this game in a pen drive downtown, if you know what I mean. Like, if you were to, let's say, suddenly find it in the deep web for no money, it would be a good chance to try it out and maybe buy it later.